Hello, it is Friday. I'm First Alert Meteorologist Evan Thomason here in the Weather Center. We might still have just a few storms to get here through the day today before we cruise on into a beautiful weekend here for you ahead, heading into tonight and also Saturday and Sunday. But again, just in case, I bring out the umbrella and make sure you have it with you around the Arklatex here for the day today, as we could just bring a few spotty storms hitting us in the next couple of hours ahead, as we just have the last little remnants of this cold front that we're dealing with before it finally moves eastward and away from the Arklatex. But we do want to keep you first alert about this system off the coast of California, because this is going to be following suit and falling behind this low pressure and cold front, which is already on top of us, to lead us into our next chance of storms, which is going to happen in just a few days. So let's get into the latest future track here, as we will be tracking out to where these little stray showers will go here in the next little while. So here on the future track, could form just a few tiny little storms here that are basically spotty into the afternoon hours, which mostly hit areas of the southern half of the Arklatex, which haven't had much in terms of measurable rainfall at all over the past 2 days. Now, keep in mind, look at the actual cells as well. These will be giving us light to moderate rainfall at best. No severe weather threats are expected with these kind of cells moving on forward. They could continue as late as 5, 6 p.m., especially in spots in the southern edge of the Arklatex towards Hemp Hill or Natchitoches, before finally fully clearing out here by tonight. Football game should be good to go here for the second round of the playoffs here in the Arklatex as well, before we have a beautiful weekend ahead. But we do want to keep you first alert about what happens on Monday, because storms are showing up on our doorstep first thing next week. In fact, we have an excessive rainfall risk, a slight risk of flash flooding in effect for areas all the way from DeQueen all the way down to Natchitoches and Nacogdoches throughout the day on Monday. Overall, this is expected to be a stronger system coming on through here for early next week, actually giving us widespread storms and an actual substantial amount of rainfall here for early next week for everybody around the region. So how does that affect our temperatures? Well, today we have a cold front coming on through, and Monday we have a cold front coming on through. Today's high is around 80 degrees. In fact, that actually might reach into the mid-80s here into the afternoon, not going to lie to you. Temperatures for Sunday, though, get down into the 70s after cold front number 1 hits, and lower 70s at that after cold front number 2 hits on Monday. We have highs down into the 50s by Thanksgiving. And hey, that's all after a beautiful weekend for you in store. Again, a few storms here to get through here for the afternoon hours of your Friday before we have a beautiful weekend, and then we have storms coming back here for Monday of next week. And you see the rain chance on Monday greater than that of today by a long shot at 70%. Things quickly clear out, though, in our 7-day forecast. By Tuesday, we should go back to dry sunshine here in the region, and that should lead into a nice dry period of time that definitely will extend all the way through Thanksgiving. But in comes the cooler air. Again, highs around 80 today, up to highs in the lower 70s here for Monday and Tuesday, before getting down into the 50s here for late next week.